Well, this is No Homo with Jonathan and Tom. I'm Jonathan.
Wait, let's start over.
No, go.
All right, let's not start over. This is going to be a good one.
What happened? This is No Homo with Jonathan and Tom. I'm still Jonathan.
I'm Tom, I think. This is episode number 19, and we are recording this episode on Monday, October 27th, after a weekend.
Oh, weekend. Yeah. All of this will make sense soon, I hope. I hope that you'll forgive us, whoever is here listening. I love that we have whole things going on. We came with more production value with costumes and then just absolutely fumbled out of the gate.
I think what happened is when it was time to go, I just looked at you in that look, and I was like, "What the fuck?"
Oh, because the problem is I wasn't holding my whip up, so it doesn't really make as much sense.
Woof! Now this is the best
sense,
you've
right?
ever looked. Now you've done it.
I should have known props would be what got me there.
Yeah. Did the whip come out the other night? I don't remember.
No,
the
it was
whip.
attached. It was fully attached. Well, I started attached because I just I was expecting them to be more worried about bringing a whip into the venue, but nobody cared. Nobody cared at all. That was the least intense security ever at a party ever.
Yeah. It felt like we were cattle being herded. They just wanted us in there as fast as possible.
Yeah, it was crazy. It was crazy. We'll get into it. The secret's out about getting to this party early, which was a big bummer, but also it makes sense. You were telling me why that ends up happening, but let's save that for the stuff. That's just a little teaser. That's an opening teaser.
Why don't we start? You have a little correction corner.
I do have a correction corner. Real quick, the podcast that I was talking about last week about cults, is it a cult or whatever I called it? The podcast sounds like a cult. Amanda Montel is the main host. There's a couple other co-hosts whose names I don't know, but it's a great podcast. It's got a lot of different. It covers the gamut. Sometimes it says. I forget what the things. I didn't even get this part, but so I got some of it and I don't know the rest. But it's there are three categories. It's A-OK, which means it's not a cult. It might be an MLM or something, but it's not a cult. Watch your back, which means getting kind of close to culty, or girl, you in trouble.
Amazing.
Which means you're in a cult, get out. Sounds like a cult with Amanda Montel. I just put another one on here because I just put CrossFit on here. I feel like you don't ever need to feel like you need to let me talk that long about CrossFit ever again. I feel like I just want to apologize for getting so inside baseball about the inner workings of CrossFit. But I do have one more that is more genuine. Yeah. In listening back to our episode, I noticed that I cut you off when you were talking about bears getting older and them being hot for the first time. I thought you were talking about in my head, the way it was going was you were talking about other people and the way you observed it. And I was ready to move on and talk about Atlas and kind of keep that going. But then at the last second you said, or at least that's what you experienced. Was that a personal journey about not realizing you were hot until later in life, till you were
I wasn't so I don't think it was about realizing. I think it was about just fact. But also what I've noticed from watching other people realize that they're hot at an older age.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah,
which I just felt like a dick if I it wasn't on purpose, but I didn't leave any space to recognize that it was about you. I just thought we were talking about other bears, and then I was talking about other dudes and moved on through it. But I didn't give you any chance to sit in that.
Yeah, I appreciate that. Yeah, also I wouldn't say that I'm hot right now either, but I'm definitely growing into myself.
Right now, I would absolutely say that you're hot. This is the best you've ever looked.
Thanks,
is nice.
Man. You have a Santa fetish too? A lot of people out there apparently have Santa fetishes. Is something I learned this weekend.
That can't be a surprise. There's Santa's like a dom and a furry go together. It's
a daddy
like a real.
And he has gifts, and you sit on his lap.
It's a whole
thing.
Yeah, rewards and punishments.
All right. Well, should we tell people why we're dressed this way?
Yes. No. We should just let it run. For the listeners who aren't watching on YouTube, go watch us on YouTube. We need the views. But Tom is wearing a Santa themed Hawaiian shirt. Basically, it's an open, nice chest showing. It's got Santa surfing. I think. Yeah, there's some nipples and a nice chest. Yep. It's got waves on it, so it's like beach Santa. He's wearing what are those wraparound sunglasses? Cool,
real bro,
very broy, very baseball, sunglasses, a Santa hat, and obviously the signature beard. And
Yeah.
you are. Do you want to announce your title?
I do. I'm going to take the sunglasses off now. Okay. I am Malibu Santa for Halloween this year.
Malibu Santa.
Yeah, inspired by our friend Forrest, who called me that one night, and I was like, "That's my Halloween costume." So yeah,
perfect. Well, good call, Forrest, and great motivation for a great costume. And I feel like it was a hit. I feel like people.
I think it was too. Yeah, I think it went over well.
Yeah.
I passed out little drink umbrellas as Santa's gift.
Oh, you mean these?
Yep. to good boys. Well, mostly good boys. A couple of good girls, but mostly good boys.
I think you were kind enough to give one to Jen, but yeah, it was mostly good boys. I think.
Yeah. And then for the listeners at home, Jonathan is dressed like Indiana Jones, complete with hat and whip, and one sleeve torn off.
Yeah.
An open chest. Yep.
Yeah, so Jen was there with me, and she actually had this idea. So shout out to Jen. The costumes, she was a snake, and I was Indiana Jones.
Yeah,
and she was a very sexy snake.
Very sexy. You guys killed it this year.
Thanks. It was a lot of fun.
Jen killed it. Her hair. I thought that her hair was like
the
finishing touch.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. It looked really good. And well, yeah, it was fun. So let's talk about City of Gods. Halloween party.
So that's where we went this past weekend, which is why I think we're a little bit of a mess today, because we're still recovering. We were out very late. We went to a Halloween party called City of Gods. This was my 7th. I've realized. Wow. I've been to all of them since they started doing them. This is your 3rd, I think. Yep.
Yeah.
Or 4th.
Well. At the ballroom, what was that? Was that a different party, or was that City of Gods?
So yeah, it used to be at. Oh yeah. Okay, this is your 3rd. It used to be City of God used to be done at. So this is only my 6th actually. Who cares? Why am I like literally no one listening to this cares how many times I've been to.
Someone's
City of
like,
Gods.
wait a second, I've been to 8 in a row, and Tom was definitely not at the one 7 years ago.
I'm just like going to spend a lot of time trying to figure it out. Yeah, so the first one they ever did was in 2017, and they used to have it at Grand Prospect Hall. And
we make your what was it? Dreams, fantasies.
Yeah, we make your dreams come true.
We make your dreams come true.
Yes, a venue that was around for a long time. The building itself was very old. It was like a mansion in the middle of Park Slope, and like 4 floors, I think. 4 floors. You could have. I went to a wedding there once. There were bar mitzvahs there. You could rent it out for different events.
And it really used to have the most banger of banger commercials of local commercials in New York. It was the prime premium commercial.
Yeah, it was the old couple that owned it, standing on the grand marble staircase that you walked in, saying, "We make your dreams come true." And anyways, City of Gods is a burner party. It's thrown by a bunch of Burning Man camps who come together with House of Yes, which has a lot of Burning Man connections itself, and Zero, which is also a party promoter that throws burner parties. And but in addition to those two, they bring in a bunch of Burning Man camps: Costume Cult, District, Glam Cox, Mayan Warrior.
Yeah.
And basically they take over a lot of fucking space at Industry City in Brooklyn. So the party happened for 3 years at Grand Prospect Hall, and they literally took over the entire mansion. So it was like, it was half the number of people. It was about 3,000 people, I think, who went to that. And it was 2 nights, and you could just literally explore this mansion, and every room had something else going on in it. The big rooms all had different DJs. So there were like 4 different sound stages at least. I loved it when it was at that venue. The venue itself was so special, and it was really, really a fantastic place for that party. But they tore down that building during the pandemic to replace it with condos, which is a huge loss to New York City.
Yeah.
And they moved the party. I think they took 2 or 3 years off, 2 for the pandemic, and then I guess we just keep focusing on years.
Really tight details.
Who cares? So. They took some years off because we had a pandemic, and then I think there was 1 year where they hadn't found a space yet, so they didn't do it. That was when we went to that other party. But you've come to me for the last 3 years they've been at Industry City, which is.
By the way, anybody watching, if you're watching on YouTube, our little opening thing, most of that is our Halloween costumes, right? I think there's like a Pride Party picture in there, but like a lot of the pictures from our little montagey thing at the opening,
yes.
A lot of it is our Halloween costumes over the years.
That's right, or just stuff we wear when we hang out. So yeah, they've been doing it at Industry City. For those who don't know, Industry City are these big buildings. There's like 4 of them in a row in Red Hook on the water in Brooklyn, and they're huge warehouses. And they house also, I think on the upper floors, like artist studios, and you'll find like furniture outlets there, and it's a good place to go if you're looking for a less expensive sofa or a bed or something. But they take over like 2 banks, 2 whole
buildings, giant warehouse buildings.
Yeah, the bottom floor, and now it carries. I've heard 6,000. I've heard 8,000. There were a lot of.
There was a lot of people this year. There was a lot of people this year.
A lot of people. They do the party 2 nights in a row. Halloween weekend. I don't know why they didn't do this coming weekend.
Because the second night would have been after Halloween. It's always weird to party on the first. Like it's. I agree that it's weird to do that. So I think they made the right call.
Okay, so we used to go 2 nights in a row. Now we only go 1 night because my betrothed has cut off us going 2 nights, which is probably smart.
Wait, hold on a second. But he's doing that for your sake. He's doing that on your behalf. He's keeping you from injuring yourself or making life worse for you. It's not. Let's be very clear. It's smart for him to not go to. It's smart for nobody over the age of 40 to go 2 nights in a row. It's a lot. It's a lot.
Yeah, listen, it's a good party.
It is a good party.
Yeah. So, this was our 3rd time going. 3rd time for you and Jen coming together, right?
Yes.
Yep.
More numbers, please. More statistics. Dates, please. Dates and statistics.
So we were out very late. Obviously, you can tell. Okay, some review I have on City of Gods this year.
Great.
It's a fucking lot. It's a big ass party.
Yeah.
And like the most fun I had is when we would just settle in a place and all be hanging out together for a while. Like the moving from room to room gets a little bit much. Because it's a lot of traffic and people to deal with. But I love the different people that are there. I love seeing the creativity and the costumes and the actual.
It's a good crowd for costume and the production value. Yeah, the production value of the party is insane. It just 100%. Anywhere you look is the coordination and logistics of that. I have no idea. That's what our friend Matt, our graphic designer and music composer, we just multiple times throughout the night he would just say, "How much do you think this room costs? What does this take to? What's the production of this? It's insane. It's really impressive."
It's so impressive, and they obviously must be making a profit, or they wouldn't keep doing it.
Yeah.
And the camps all get involved because I think it's a fundraiser for the camps to get to Burning Man, and so the camps are also contributing. Like I'm assuming, like district pays for the decorations in district's room.
Yeah.
But they share in some of the profit, and so it's a huge undertaking and very impressive. There's nothing quite like it. I've been told by multiple people, my friend Sharky, who is with us visiting from London, this is like the 5th.
Dates and statistics, please. Dates and statistics.
5th time he's come to City of Gods. He lives in London. He flew in for it. And he always says no one parties Halloween. No one does Halloween like New York City. And I think City of Gods might be the epitome of that.
Yeah.
Some reactions I had, there were a lot of lampshades this year.
Yeah,
a lot of lampshade.
What
I don't know. I don't know if I missed a thing, a memo. There was a guy who had literally a wireless lampshade that was like 5 feet tall that he came and just plopped down wherever he went.
And he was like in a suit, right? He was like kind of a dapper, like I don't know I didn't know what he was doing. I don't know if he was like Fred Astaire. I mean, Gene. I don't know what he was doing. But he had a lampshade. It wasn't like a light. It wasn't like a light post. It was an indoor lampshade.
Then a lot of people with lit lampshade hats. I'm cool on lampshades for next year if you're listening. And also, I'm really, really cool on gay Romans. All the gays come in their little Roman costumes, their togas, whatever their little vines that they ordered on Amazon. I just feel like City of God, you have to step it up a little bit more than a gay Roman. Like there were 50 at least that I saw.
Yeah. And like if you've got a good body, that's cool. Yeah, of course. Find a sexy manly thing to do with your body, show it off. But like Roman's a little dated. Roman's a little basic. You can do better.
Yeah, I think
if you got a good body, use your brain.
Yeah, we want to see the body for sure.
Yeah. Because there's a lot of hot people there. There's a lot of hot people. There's also like regular, like there's not, but there's like
what do you call them? The regular people?
The regulars, just regulars, just regulars. There's hot people and regulars at this party. But also like even the regulars, even the 3s and 4s look great because they put on whatever they feel good in. They're having fun with it, like
totally.
I feel like I like it so much. The vibe of the party is so big, so cool, and it really is like it's good to stop. For me, it's good to stop and take in because it can get kind of small because because it's crowded. You get I'm looking right in front of me. I'm looking right here, and I'm seeing where you guys are. I'm making sure I've got space, and sometimes it gets pretty tight. But if you take a second and look around, there's projections that are 50 feet tall on the sides of these buildings, and it's crazy what's going on. And I just thought this is the kind in the movies, this is the resistance party. This is what's happening right now. If there's the cold, dark fascism happening out there, that some kind of future nonsense is making things hard. But when the resistance gets the chance to party, this is what it's like. It's like a big Gotham celebration kind of party. All out, crazy, creative, and the creativity is just insane. It's very cool, the things that people come up with.
Yeah,
the way that those brains work.
Yeah. Yeah, it's fun. I've gotten really into Halloween in my late years. I never really liked it as a kid, to be honest.
What was it about that?
The walking from house to house.
And so the downside of City of Gods is the walking from place to place, and the downside of Halloween when you were a kid was the walking from place. Cool, I got it.
It's we lived in a really, really hilly neighborhood, and we were like a Halloween famous neighborhood. Like people would come in from other cities to come.
Because it was creepy, or because the candy was on point?
There were a lot of houses in a condensed area, and so you could get a lot of candy in a minimal amount of time. The house next door to us, literally next door to us, these are the people that had a pet monkey that would frequently get loose in the neighborhood, and then there'd be calls placed to all the houses, careful, the monkey's out, because if it bit you, you had to get a rabies shot.
Oh my God.
It was they would leave it tied up on the front lawn, and they would be inside, and people would just walk by and be
what?
it was crazy. My mom did not like that monkey. We did not like having that monkey next door. It was it was a little creepy. But they did a really crazy, over the top Halloween house, like decorations, scary music you could hear 10 minutes away. So we would get a lot of. My mom used to track how many people would come get candy because she couldn't believe. So she would do a counter and then announce the numbers at the end of the night.
What years were the biggest numbers?
Shut up.
Dates and statistics, please.
And also costumes. I don't know. I just kind of didn't love it. I also don't love candy that much. So the big draw wasn't much of a draw.
Yeah.
But after in my old age, I think also I did theater for so long, dressing up in costumes on one day of the year felt like amateur hour. Yeah. So it was my job. But now I've kind of gotten into it. I think. Yeah, there's
a joy in it. There's something I agree. When I was little, I liked doing costumes. I always did weird stuff. My costumes were always they were always kind of DIY and something not high concept, but not a packaged thing that was easy. It wasn't a vampire or Darth Vader, weird clowns. Or I would get the guy from the guy who did makeup for the theater, the community theater, also did really cool wound makeup. And so one year he put I was a soccer playing zombie, and he put a cleat on my face. I had gotten stomped on the face with a cleat, and so I had the holes of a cleat across my face, and it was bleeding down my face. But I was a soccer player as a zombie, which was cool. So I just wore my soccer uniform and had a really good makeup done for my face.
Wow.
But yeah, that was cool. I also this. I want to talk about this because I'm just going to say it's because it's true, but this is a true thing that I did one year for Halloween, and my parents let me, and I think that was they were just letting me explore costumes and stuff, but I wanted to be Michael Jordan because he was my hero.
Correction corner alert.
I was in second grade. I didn't really know, and I will tell for in defense of my parents, the jersey, the sweatpants and the Jordan shoes, they knew was coming. I thought, I promise you, I don't know how it's I promise you, my thought was I want to look like Michael Jordan, and so I had Crayola markers and was drawing on my all over my arms. So I just had scribbled brown marker on my arms.
Wow.
And that's when, there's no pictures of me in blackface. I didn't end up doing it because they were no, stop, buddy. We're not, look, everyone's going to know who you are. You're wearing the jersey. This is good. This is good. So maybe just look like a tattooed Michael Jordan. It just had scribbles all over my arms.
Oh yeah, my tattoos.
Yeah, there you go.
This one's fading. I had a mean gingerbread. Man, I have something on my ass. I forget what it was.
Don't you have a neck tattoo too?
That I had to take off for work today.
Oh, for work? Yeah.
Yeah. But Yeah, that's crazy. I guess you can still be a politician though, since there are no photos.
I'm pretty sure you can still be a politician no matter what now. Like, I don't think
That's true. Good point.
You know?
Good point. Yeah, we're gonna get to that. Yeah. I have a they let me do it Halloween costume story too. In nursery school.
What years and dates and statistics, please? What year is this?
Like 84.
Okay.
I wanted to be 83, I think. I wanted to be
Correction corner.
I wanted to be Wonder Woman for Halloween.
Hell yeah.
And it was just my family, my mom. There was one time she made me a costume, but most of the time we just did the box, the plastic, cheapo things.
Yeah.
And we went to the store and I saw the Wonder Woman one and I wanted it. My dad tried so hard, like, "Are you sure you're not Batman, Superman?" And I was like, "No." And then I regretted it like after that. Every time that photo would come up when we were showing people photos in like the baby book or whatever, I would be I carried so much shame about the fact that I wore that costume for a long time. Now I guess I can kind of laugh at it. My mom still gives me like little Wonder Woman gifts every year at Christmas because I think she gets a lot of joy out of that story. But I carry so much shame about it now. Not still, I guess, but
you were a kid. Like,
I didn't know. I do remember that the costume didn't come with a magical lasso. Is that how you say it? Lasso?
No.
Lasso?
Still wrong. I want you to keep trying. I'm not going to tell.
Lasso?
Yes. A lasso? That's the gayest thing you've ever said.
So, shut up. How often do you use that word? Like, I never use that word. I haven't used that word since seeing it's attached to shame. So no wonder I don't know how to say it.
That's true. That you never watched Ted Lasso on Apple TV.
So the costume didn't come with one, and she had one. So my mom like put gold sparkles on a rope for me. So I had
okay.
So she went above and beyond for that. But yeah, that was my Halloween.
That's really sweet. She
story.
thought I'm gonna be a parent and I'm gonna support my kid in what he wants to do. And
before for sure. I mean, it was very cool that they let me do it.
Yeah.
And it was before like, this day and age, at least if you're in certain parts of the country, you don't squash that kind of a want from your kid anymore. Like we've learned better. We know if your son wants to wear a dress, let him wear a dress.
Yeah.
Or a certain number of people know that now, and so they were doing that before it was widely accepted, which is really cool.
Yeah.
And then I got made fun of by them about it for the rest of my life. So it's fair. It's fair. Yeah. And when I transferred to fourth grade to with the years again.
Dates and statistics, please. I can't say the word statistics either, so it's dates and statistics, please. Dates and statues, please. Dates and statues.
When I transferred to public school in fourth grade and I had a hard time making friends, one of the things that helped me break the ice there was I was Pee Wee Herman for Halloween, and it was the year that
nice.
It was when Pee Wee Herman was very popular, and
Yeah.
so that was a really good costume.
Did you do the dance? Could you do the dance?
Yeah, totally.
I love that.
Yeah. So that's my Halloween story. What else happened to you this weekend? Anything?
Well, I wanted to show a couple of things. I got some knickknacks. I got the umbrella from Malibu Santa. We also got this is Jen's receipt for
Yes.
what we promised to Brooklyn Mirage to $1.32 in funny snakes. So Jen has a receipt for that. And also, so we pre-gamed at your place to get ready and everything, and the cats ended up with this in our bag.
Oh, wow. That's amazing.
So we owe this back to you. But yeah, we were unpacking it. This just came out of the Jen was like, "What is this?"
That's amazing.
But yeah, before
they
that,
love to hide those mice.
yeah,
They love
and
it.
you know what? I love when they play in our stuff, and I feel like, I mean, I'm sure I'm just projecting hospitality and friendliness, but I feel like they like our stuff. They want to be in our stuff, so they like us being there. They're okay with us being there.
Yeah, they're people cats.
Once they can be sure that our kids aren't there, and we're gonna make them go through obstacle courses or whatever.
Yeah, they're a little scared of the kids. Yeah, so moving on to culture.
Yeah, sure.
You got more? Sorry.
No, it's okay. I was going to talk about the garden club at the kids' school, but that's just in and out real quick.
Oh yeah, do it.
I'm excited to be. We're starting right at gardening season, right as it hits the nice garden season in New York. It just took us a while to get started, but the kids' elementary school has a garden club, and so we started this past week, kind of digging into some stuff. And this one other dad and I showed up to kind of just like we're going to like clean up this little area, and there were some shrubs there that we were going to probably get rid of, and then we realized they moved pretty easily, so we just like dug them up and then put them like in another spot, which was like right in front of the school. And we had talked about there were different spots around the school that we were going to landscape and do stuff with, for the garden club, and like let the kids take care of it from there. But we definitely just like made this call kind of as an audible. We're like, I don't know, like let's see. And everyone likes it. The principal says this is great. They like where we put the shrubs, so I feel like a real farmer now. It also is another good example of like how low the bar is for dads in the world. Like we're rock stars tonight, this guy, because we had like an hour that we could spare in a morning one time, and we go by and we do a little work, a little help. Pardon me, do a little help, and it's like the biggest deals. Like we're the best dads because we were able to give a little bit, which is a little embarrassing and silly that the bar's so low. But you know what? I'll keep taking advantage of that for as long as I can. I think that the bar should be higher. But if it's not going to be, I'm going to keep being impressive with a low entry point. Yeah, with shrubs.
I'm happy for you and your shrubs, man. That's great.
Thank you. So let's move on to culture.
Culture. I want to say that we have been watching the new season of The Diplomat.
Yeah.
We love that show. We're obsessed. The new season's so good.
Yeah.
If you're not watching it, highly recommend it. It's fast paced and just addictive TV.
Yeah,
I think.
Smart people. It's like smart. The characters are all very smart, very capable people, and they talk like it.
Yeah, it's one of those shows that like it's not too intellectual. Like it's pretty easy to follow. It's pulpy. It's almost a soap opera, but it makes you feel smart watching it because it's this insider look to a whole world most of us don't know anything about.
Sorry,
get it
out. It
out.
also fucks with my like political knowledge, my international knowledge, because like I'll take something. It's kind of like West Wing used to be. Like I'll have that in my brain and think like, oh, we are worried about this army base in Greenland, or whatever. Like some of it might be true. I don't know, but I don't.
yeah, totally.
But it's like political and international diplomacy, but not at such a complicated level that you can't keep up. It's just like very fast paced, and there's like a lot of moving kind of chessboard moving pieces of what like people are maneuvering around each other. But it's also
a lot of maneuvering, a lot
clever.
Of cliffhangers. Every episode's a cliffhanger.
Yeah. Every episode's a cliffhanger in a good way. I think that there's some shows like do that a lot these days when they're shorter seasons, and it's like, all right, we get it. Like, can we make something happen instead of just like always setting up something to happen? But we love that show too. Alice and Janney, and
so
they bring
good.
Alice and Janney and Bradley Whitford together, which is like so awesome, so cool.
Yeah.
We also watch The Diplomat. We love it too. We just picked back up on the new season of The Morning Show. Do you ever watch that?
Love The Morning Show.
Okay.
Love it.
Apple TV, just right there with Ted Lasseaux. So we just got to the new season, and like talk about soapy and talk about maneuvering, and like it's a lot of that stuff. And it kind of is a show that like every episode's a cliffhanger, like in a way that sometimes I'm like, oh, okay, let's can we do a thing without just talking about the thing? But I enjoy it. It's a good, well-written show. The first season was a real banger, and I don't know that this season's like that level, but I've gotten invested in these characters. They've done a good job with the writing so far that I'm into it, and I was excited because it brings back a chance to talk about our favorite TV show ever, and just like that, because Karen Pittman, an actress, an actor who was in both of those shows, and was unceremoniously and kind of awkwardly and quickly written off of, and just like that, like it was one of those we were just like all of a sudden like where did she go? Like wait, what happened? Where'd she go? And it turns out that at least what the papers say is that it was scheduling conflicts, that she had other gigs going on that were getting in the way of and just like that. And I just choose to believe that because she's been a rising star for a bit now, and I'm going to believe, and I don't have any proof that she ever said anything about this at all. This is not from Karen Pittman. This is from my own mind, and I'm going to choose to believe it, that she realized what that show was, and she was like, my star is on the way up. I am not going to be a part of this any longer. I need to get out of here. I need to stick to good shows on Apple TV and, whatever else she's working on where she's killing it out there. I'm going to choose to believe that she looked around at what that show was doing and said, "You guys got to get me out of here."
It could be like maybe her contract ran out. Who knows?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who knows? Well, that's it for culture for me.
All right. There's two things politically I want to talk about this week.
Great.
One is the destruction of the White House. I think you put it best when we talked about this, that the image of that would be the defining picture.
That's going to be the picture.
Yeah,
That's going to
I
be
think
the
so
picture of
too.
the Trump presidency, of this administration. And
It's
everyone's
such
like, everyone makes changes. There's a basketball court put in. There's whatever. Like this is, it's literally tearing shit down.
Yeah.
It's demolishing shit to put gold shit in its place while you're taking food stamps away from people. Like, get the fuck out of here, dude.
Yeah, it's definitely like the metaphor of it is just unmissable. The fact that it's happening while millions of people are going to lose their SNAP their SNAP food benefits in a couple days is just it's a bad look, and it's just so over the top. There is truly a lot of precedence for changes happening to the White House. And I know that the White House historian, whatever they are, those people have come forward and said, like, it's a living, breathing, it's meant to be a living, breathing building. It's not supposed to be stuck in time. So they've come out with defense of it. I think what is troubling to me is that the normal channels weren't followed. It wasn't, it didn't go through approvals, and they haven't even shared the finished plans for what it's going to be yet. So all of that is kind of disturbing, and it's also the grandiosity of it, which is something he loves so much. That's just so gross.
Huge opulent chaos without a plan, without a respect for anything that came before or with anything else that's happening. No respect for anything, just chaos. And I've heard more than one person say, like, but that's how the first administration, that's how his first presidency was. That's how this one is, because he's not smart enough to actually have a plan. He just wants to fuck stuff up. He just wants to break stuff and make it his. So, like, all right, cool. I guess put a bunch of gold-plated bullshit in the White House. Like, while people are starving, while people are getting kidnapped in vans and run out of here. Like, that's fucking. It's too on the nose. It's like, talk about City of Gods being like a party in Gotham. Like, it's too comic book villainy. Like, just it's like Dr. Evil bullshit. Like,
it's really gross.
Yeah, it's so gross and dumb. It's so dumb and gross.
Yeah, but it's happening. So that was the first one. The second one I want to talk about is Graham Plattner. Plattner is the oyster farmer or fisherman or something from Maine who announced his run for Senate a couple months ago.
Do you quahog oysters, or is that just clams?
I don't know. Remember when we quahogged?
Yeah, I do.
I was very good at it. Nope. Were you weren't there the time that I had a negative? No, that was a different trip. Whatever. I had negative quahogs one time.
Dates and statistics, please. How did you have negative quahogs?
Because there were a bunch of us that went quahogging at a friend of mine's. He had a house in Rhode Island on the ocean. And
what year was this?
Shut up. We went quahogging, and we were tallying because we were gonna like make clam pasta for dinner, and so we were tallying how many everybody found. And as I didn't find any, I was terrible at it. I did not have the knack for it because you're like feeling with your feet or something. Yeah. I didn't get it. I didn't find any. And when we pulled the boat into the dock and we were passing the bags of oysters, I put one down on the dock, and all of the oysters fell back in. So I had like a negative on my tally. So yeah.
I'm pretty sure the year that I went, we were supposed to have clam pasta also, and like I'm pretty sure we ordered pizza because we got like 3. There were no clams. Yeah. We almost lost the boat. The one of us who could captain the boat was in the water, and none of the rest of us could get to him and get stopped to pick him up. It was. So always a success. Always quahogging in Rhode Island, always a success. Anyway,
all right, Graham Plattner. I was really excited about his candidacy. First of all, he's hot as fuck.
Yeah.
Woof. And he's just this real blue collar guy. He was he served the country. I forget. I think he was a Marine.
He's a Marine. Yeah, Marine. He's a former Marine. Yeah.
And he's just like right out the gate, just like had great content. He just felt like he was talking the talk to real people and felt like a real genuine guy. Still feels that way to me. And he recently came out that there was a bunch of scandals. The first,
that's also one of the things is like I can always tell. I feel like I can tell it when someone's getting good traction and when Republicans are scared because a bunch of shit comes out at the same time. Yeah,
totally.
It always comes out. They bang as much as you can at it. So he had
first was old Reddit post where he said like some racist stuff, I forget. It was just some bad shit.
The only ones that I saw, and I'm not defending it because I didn't see. The only ones that I saw were like violent and were like socialist, but it was from the perspective of a Marine. It was like stuff. I've been fighting and I came back and this is all bullshit. And it's kind of like you're not wrong, dude. So that part I was like, great. Keep telling us that he's not going to be the same capitalist bullshit that everyone else is doing that is not working. Yeah. Then there's the other stuff that is like also problematic for anyone, you know.
Yeah. Well, then he issued an apology video on his social media feeds. And he explained the post and where he was at that time in his life and how he had changed and grew out of those point of views, like sort of a normal reaction from a politician. I think in that, you know, you have to come forward and say something, you have to acknowledge it. But what I found to be so interesting about it was I thought that video was one of the most genuine things I had ever heard out of the mouth of a politician. It felt so authentic to me and so genuine that to me, the Reddit posts were canceled out at that moment. I was like, he's still the guy. And then a couple of days later, they came out that he had a Nazi tattoo on his chest. He claims that he got it years ago. I think when he was in the Marines, drunk with some buddies one night. Yeah. He claims he did not know that it was a Nazi symbol. Other people have come forward and said that he did know. He's since gotten it changed. He had it re-tattooed over.
And was that change? Was that recently? Like when did he get it tattooed over? Because that's the part I'm confused. Like not
after it came out that he had it.
Oh, like right now. Like
right
he
now.
Just got it covered up. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So this is troubling to me. It's like I am against Nazis. Nazis are bad in my book. Yeah. I know you feel the same way. You have a whole empire built around it. And like Nazis are Nazis. You can't be okay with Nazis sometimes and not others. And so I unfollowed him on my Instagram because I think I just can't. But he's still leading in the polls, and I have mixed feelings about it because I still was really impressed with him from the beginning. And
I mean, I feel like that's also you're right. Nazis are Nazis, and that's driving me crazy these days. That it keeps like it. I had a post after the No Kings protest. I put something up about my empire, about the paint nails punch Nazis and just the punch Nazis part. And like there was some feedback that's like, there aren't Nazis. They're just you can't call the person you're opposed to a Nazi. And I'm like, but you can when they're Nazis. Like that's like that's the German nationalist. Like that's an extreme nationalist in Germany is what they call it. So yeah, you're right. We don't have extreme German nationalists here. We have nationalist extremists that are causing real problems. So if we want to call them I don't know, whatever the American phrase for it is, but they're just fucking Nazis.
Well, also when they get caught in the Young Republicans chat saying that Hitler was right and Goebbels was right.
Fucking gas chambers and
they're Nazis.
That's a Nazi. That's a Nazi, yeah.
So I think this propaganda of like you can't call the bad guys Nazis just because they're bad guys is fueled by the right as a way to try and undercut that they're Nazis.
Well, I think that it even goes back further than that because like that's a thing that I remember experiencing once I was, the South is pretty fucking racist. It's hard to get around that. It's just true. So is everywhere, but there's more conflict. There's more mixing of cultures in the South, and so it's a lot more prevalent racism, and so people would get really offended if you call them a racist because like it's rude to imply someone's a racist, but that person can absolutely not want to be around black people or think think that the projects in Alabama are because black people are dumb and stupid because they don't want to work hard, but don't you dare call them a racist So it goes back even further than like a planned from the top down. It's like the mentality of those people is like they can have shitty thoughts, you just can't say them out loud. You can't call them what they are out loud. And that's what this ends up being. It's like you guys, you young Republicans that are 30 something years old are just you're Nazis. Like that, you're saying Nazi things. So you're a Nazi.
Yeah. It's Nazis are Nazis, man.
Nazis are Nazis.
That's all it is. So I don't know. We
Yeah.
got to keep our eye on this guy and see what else comes out. I think it's fascinating that he's still leading.
I will say this, like, I do think that you can change your mind. I think
Yeah,
you can be
for sure.
vehemently racist and then
Yeah.
realize that was a bad call. You
Yeah.
know?
Yeah.
So Nazis are Nazis, but you can stop being a Nazi. If you're a Nazi, you're a Nazi. If you,
Yeah,
if
we
you used to be a
want-
Nazi,
we-
you don't have to be one.
No, we want the old Nazis to not be anymore. Like
Yeah.
you're welcome. You are
Yeah.
welcome into the tent. Yeah. So, anyways, that's the Graham Plattner thing that's been on my mind. But so we were going to talk a little bit about Combo tonight.
Yeah, let's do it.
Because of a surprise event that happened at City of Gods. So Combo is the poison from an Amazonian tree frog that is scraped. That they basically the natives in the Amazonian jungle they would catch these the tree frogs and they tie them to sticks, which stresses the frog, and they release this poison. And these frogs have no natural predators because the poison is so deadly to anything that tries to eat them. And they scrape the poison off. The stressed frog sort of emits the poison. They scrape it off. They put it on tree bark. It dries, and then they reconstitute it with a knife and some water. They would do this around ceremonies, and the men, I believe, would use it before hunting, because what they found was that partaking in the poison, and I'll describe that in a bit, would heighten your senses after you went through the sort of ordeal that it causes. And for about a day after you do it, you have a heightened sense of all the senses really are heightened, and you kind of feel like a warrior. And so the legend is that the tree frog sang a song to some medicine man who carried the wisdom, and it was passed down, and people still do it, and this is something that's now entered Western society. New Age health stuff, I think, sort of introduced it. I first came across Combo after I went to my first Burning Man. As you remember, I came back and I was like sort of lit up from within. I was I was like a live wire. I was so jazzed after that first burn about life, really. And I was coming out of sort of like a dark time in my life. And it sounds so crazy to say, and maybe Burning Man's a cult. We'll have to go back to that podcast. But Burning Man really sort of turned my life around and made me really excited to be alive again and to meet new people and have new experiences. And when I came back from that first burn, I would actively seek out, I was trying to do like one crazy new thing a week. I was trying to like keep that momentum going. And I was listening to Burner Podcast one day, which is a podcast that my friend Arash has been putting out for years about Burning Man. And he was interviewing this guy in San Diego who does combo ceremonies. And hearing them talk about it, I was like, that I'm going to do that. I want to do that. Before the podcast was even over, I had reached out to this guy on Facebook. I found him. I reached out to him. He wrote back immediately. The podcast was still playing. I hadn't even finished it. And he was like, I am not going to be in New York anytime soon, but my friend Steve, who's a combo practitioner, is going to be there in a couple weeks. I'll introduce you. I emailed Steve. He got back to me right away, and I had an appointment booked for a couple weeks later. And it really was a phenomenal experience for me. So they burn holes in your skin with like a little match or something.
Yeah. It ends up being kind of like a cigarette burn, like a little dot.
A little dot. And then they apply the reconstituted poison to the dots. And as long as that stays on your body and is entering through the bloodstream, you almost immediately start to feel the effects. I should say you can't eat or drink anything like a certain number of hours before. Like when you wake up that morning, you go fasted. But right before you do the poison, you pound a bunch of water, like 3 liters of water, I think. And the reason for that is you're about to basically throw up the poison. Your body reacts to the poison in a way that it thinks it's dying, and it makes your body go into detox mode. And that's where the health benefits come in, because it goes into the liver and the kidneys, and you end up throwing up all this bile bile, like you're literally throwing up. It's so gross, like yellow, green. Ugh. But the point is to throw up. You want to throw up. And so the water gives the poison something to attach to. And it's not fun. It's like your body thinks it's dying for about a half hour. And then a couple hours after it, you're tired, you're exhausted, you feel spent. But then you wake up the next day and you feel like amazing. And I've done it now 10 times, but I know I came back and told you about it immediately, and you came with me.
Was it the second time? You did it once, and then I came with you the second time?
I think so. All
right.
Yeah.
Some statistics. Well, that was also like, when you came back from Burning Man, when you went to Burning Man the first time, I was already... The concept of Guru Tom already existed, which is like you're always a good pitch person. If you find something that you like, you're good at selling it. And I always like, that sounds cool. I want to do it. I want to do that. Whatever it is. Like it's not always potions like this. It's anything. It's the contest at the grocery store. You know, it's like whatever. Anything that it's like, oh, I'm doing what Tom's doing. That sounds fun. I came.
You don't do everything Tom's doing.
Well, not everything. That's
not
true.
everything.
Not everything.
I've been trying. Yeah. So I haven't pitched you well enough on sex with guys, huh?
No, I don't think that's the problem. I think that your pitch on that is pretty tight. I think you've got a solid pitch. Just not the audience. But combo, on the other hand, making myself sick with frog poison was pitchable. I was open to hearing that one. We talked about the Senenga a week or two ago, which was a part of the same ceremony. Did that first to kind of open your chakras and your channels before you poison yourself. But it was exactly what you just said it was. And I see like that. This is one of those times where like I needed you to be brave and go do it on your own, because then when I go, I'm not as nervous about the next steps. Like I don't think like, oh, I'm going blind when I've got that stuff in my eyes. And when I get poisoned, I don't think I might die in this loft in Brooklyn. I don't know. But like I felt there was a safety to it because you had done it, and you were there with me and we got to do it together. It was intense. It was, pooping and throwing up and like just expelling things out of your body, and you're right, like that day is just an exhausted day, and then it feels great. Colors are brighter, and like you feel I don't know like how real any of it is, but you feel stronger and more revived and like more on. And I haven't done it again since then, but I would do it again. Because we've been called.
So the first time I did it, I asked Steve, the practitioner I was doing it with, like, how do I know when to do it again? And he was like, Combo will let you know. Combo will call you. And like my friend Kelly, who you know, like about a year later, she sent me, or maybe it was that spring. Who cares?
Have we always done this? Have we always done this and just noticed it? Or is this just one episode? Dates and statistics.
I don't know. Like people are at home charting our lives, slowly filling in the timeline. Kelly at one point sent me a picture of a frog that was like attached to her window, and she lives in South Carolina. And she's just like randomly sent me a picture of a cute frog, and I was like, oh my god, I have to do combo again. And Saturday night at City of Gods, I handed a drink umbrella to this guy, and I don't remember what he was dressed as, but he was like a cute little guy, and he was so touched by the umbrella. People had the funniest reactions to the umbrella. I gave one to a beekeeper who just like, even through his beekeeping netting, I could see the blushing, and like some people loved them so much. And then I had one of my best friends look at me and go, no, I don't want that. So that was Lisa. She listens to every episode. So that was Lisa's response was, no, I don't want that. I love that it wasn't just no, it was no, I don't want that.
I don't want that.
So, but this one guy, he was so touched by the drink umbrella that he turned around. He goes like this to me, and then he turned around and he was like digging in his bag, and then he turned back and he had. Whoa. I can't see my camera, so I don't know if you can see this.
Yeah, I mean it's a frog. The little green thing you're holding. I don't think it's going to get more clear that way, but it's a frog. It's a little frog. Oh, that actually did do it.
Oh, it did. Yeah. Okay, it's a little green frog.
Yeah,
yeah. It's a very tiny, but I got chills. Like I got chills the second he handed this to me, and I was like, oh shit, it's time to do combo again.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Well, you were telling me that at the party, and you were excited. I could see it in your face that you were like, "It's time to do combo again." Combo just called me, and it's been years, and I'm sure you had told me about the combo letting you know when it's time, but for whatever reason, my Western brain and I just hadn't paid attention, and I wasn't into it. I wasn't, listening to the universe or whatever. And as you were saying that, I went, "Holy shit! My mom just sent me pictures of frogs, and Caleb,
days ago,
the day before,
like
Friday.
apropos of nothing."
Caleb likes frogs and my mom doesn't. So that's a thing that happens sometimes, but not like I don't know the last time she sent a picture of a frog to, so Friday she sent 2 pictures of a frog she found in her flower pot. And so as you were saying this, I was like, holy shit, I don't deal with frogs. And I just saw my mom just sent me pictures of frogs. So I don't know if my mom has listened this far into this one, but Mom, I think that you were a conduit for combo, the weird Amazonian poison, calling me to let me know that it's time to go back.
Yeah, it is. It is. I think it's time for us. I'm gonna reach out to Steve. It's time for us to go back.
Yeah, okay.
And it's a couple more things about combo just to share more information that I know. It's not the same as licking the toad. People always confuse it with that. I know that's a thing, or people get high licking a toad. This is not that. I don't know anything about that. And there are real demonstrable, is that the word? Health benefits. I know that's the word. Is that the right way to say it? Health benefits. The poison is full of peptides, and scientists are now studying it to see if they can replicate the effects in a lab. Steve always would tell me that the combo basically scans your body to look at what is wrong, and it attacks those areas. So you go in and you set intentions. You're supposed to set a physical intention, something in your body you want to work on, mental and spiritual, and the combo can help on all those levels. And not to sound too woo-woo, it definitely did that. All 3 for me every time. It's a good reset. If you're dealing with health stuff, you'd be surprised at the effects that it can have on it. Steve told me one story. He did it with one woman whose fingers blew up. Because your face, while you're on it, your face blows up.
Yeah.
You actually sort of look like a frog. That's a little bit of a disturbing part.
Yeah.
But what happens at the end is once you've thrown up everything you're going to throw up, they take the poison off. And once the poison comes off, your body goes back to normal. So the swelling goes down and all that. And this one woman that he worked on, her fingers blew up, and he asked her afterwards, what do you think that was about? And she had been a heroin addict, and she had put the needle between her fingers. So the combo really knows where your body needs it. It's pretty incredible. So we should do combo again, bro.
Yeah. Okay. I was gonna say we should do a live episode, but I don't think we can record during a ceremony. But we'll talk about it. We'll do it and talk about it. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know about a live throwing up. I don't think people will like that. All right. You know what it's time for?
I do.
Who would you fight? Who would you fight? Pow pow.
You really don't know what what it's supposed to sound like.
I lost the track. I lost the melody. I might have to go back to an original episode or 2. All right, you go first.
Okay, I couldn't get the wording smaller on this, but I want to fight. Okay, road construction workers in New York. Someone is always assigned to be the traffic director, and they've definitely never directed traffic before in their life, and they're not interested in learning, so it's chaos all the time. They've got a slow stop sign, and they're basically on the phone, and they're a union worker who got this for the day. They don't know what's going on. They're just directing music out there and sending people. It's not a police officer. It's not a traffic anything. It's just a random union worker who got that job for the day, and it's so dangerous, and it makes me so scared, and it makes me angry at that person. That's who I want to fight.
That's a good one. I want to fight, and this is a hat tip to my friend Jeff Smith, because he always says this. I learned this from him. It's dance floor fans. Clacking dance floor fans. I'm a fan of fans. I'm a fan of fans that are used to fan me. There was a guy at City of Gaza this past weekend walking around fanning people. Love that. That's great. Yeah. Fan yourself all day long. Even better, fan others. But do not bring a fan to a dance floor and try to clack to the rhythm of the music. It is the most obnoxious.
What are you doing? Why are you trying to be a part of the sound?
It's terrible.
Everyone's here to in some part hear the music, and you want to be a part of the soundtrack. Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah,
that's a good person to fight.
And obviously gays are the worst offenders of this. It's not a cute look. It's not good. You're not original. It's pathetic. It's terrible. You're ruining the night for everybody else.
Yeah, it's an
Stop.
obnoxious vibe.
I'm going to fight
It's
you.
a try-hard, pick-me vibe that nobody likes.
Yeah, agreed.
You're right. You should fight them.
Yeah, thank you.
one.
So good. Thanks. All right, that's it for today's episode.
All right.
Are you reading us out?
We did
Is it my turn? We did it.
I'll do it.
All right.
Maybe. Thanks for listening. If you enjoyed this episode, make sure to like and subscribe to No Homo with Jonathan and Tom on all podcast platforms and YouTube. Graphics and music by Matt Ladner, and a spooky thanks to Jen Dornbush and Nickwan Williams. The opinions expressed on this podcast are solely those of the hosts and are intended. Fuck, it's always this line. And are intended for entertainment purposes only. Intended for entertainment is hard for me, man. It's hard. Aww. Who wrote this?
All right, you tried.
Intended for entertainment. You are the least supportive co-host.
A for effort.
You don't.
Love you.
When I get it right, you go, that was okay. The moment I get it wrong, you fucking bail on me. All right.
I love you, though.
This in therapy. I love you too. All right. Bye. Bye.
No homo.